So my name is Jeff Horn. I've been asked to talk about the role of a carer in this journey that I'm having with my wife who has dementia. When we were told initially that she had dementia, you go in a bit in denial. You think, why has this happened to me? She was a woman who was in charge of a cost office at one stage, in charge of a lot of people, and also went to our own business. We had a couple of our own businesses, and she managed a lot of people and did a lot of clerical things and things that involved memory with no problem whatsoever. We noticed when she was in hospital, and it was a bit of a shock, especially for my daughter. One day we went to just do a standard wash with my wife. She was fortunate enough to have a private room. Went into the bathroom. My daughter gave her a cake of soap just to wash her hands. She looked at the soap and asked, "What's this for?" and was totally confused to what to do, how to wash her hands, how to do simple things. We said we're playing cards, and with that, we sat down and we shuffled for who's playing, and next minute she was presented a set of cards and said, "What are these for?" Well, I said, "We're playing canasta." "What do I do with these?" I had no comprehension at all what the cards were about, what to do with the cards, who she played with. She looked, I was alongside of her at the time. She looked to me on the side and said, "Do I play with you, or who do I play with?" Didn't know anything about the cards. Now, we were fortunate enough that the other couple were aware something was going wrong, and they said, "Look, we're tied." One of the lady friend that we know, they said, "Look, we're tired tonight. Do you feel like giving it a miss?" So we gave it a miss and gave the night a miss, because they could see that she was getting herself upset that she didn't understand. That same couple been here. We've had other nights that have been good, and yes, there's been periodical lapses of Lorraine's concentration, or periodical. But most days, yes, she enjoys playing cards. Now, how can you have 1 minute you have someone playing cards, and next minute they don't know how to dress themselves or how to do things or what to wear? We have times that, mainly with sleep in our case, where Lorraine would wake up at various times through the night, would ask you about a friend. Is that friend still around? Are they here? We haven't seen him. Is he alive? Is he dead? And this may be 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock now. We had a life where we were on call 24 hours. So yes, I am used to being woke up at various times. But this is different. And you can answer the question at 2 o'clock in the morning. At 3 o'clock, you'll have the same question. 3:30, you have the same question. 4 o'clock, you'll have the same question. You start the day tired, and mainly that you don't get back to sleep. One of my friends said, "All you got to think of, Jeff, is it's not Lorraine. It's the disease, and the disease is talking on her behalf." She also is losing her motor skills on her feet, but she's now also losing it with her hands. So therefore, I have to also help her on occasions with dressing and things like that. You also have issues with personal hygiene and things like that. Things that you never thought you'd be doing years ago. And you have to adapt. There's no textbook that's going to tell you any of this. We're trying to manage this from home. There may come a time where that might not be possible. Everybody that I know that has a loved one that has it, they've got the same sort of underlying problem in where's the carer there. And I think some people can cope, and I can see how others can't cope. I can also see why other carers have to get outside help. When their outside help doesn't work, they've got to go to resort to put in their loved one in a place they don't want to put, whether it's be a nursing home or a home for people with that condition. I hope I never get to that stage, but I can't say it's ever going. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have been totally fixated. That's never going to happen. And I really wanting that to be the case now, but I can honestly say that some days very taxing, especially trying, especially when you don't know what's coming up next. What happens with a carer, that the carer ends up going into their own inner self, that they keep it to themselves because you don't want to bother a friend with your issues as you perceive them, because they say, how's things going? And what can you say? You can only say, yes, it's the same old, but good days and bad days. And therefore, you're not able to really express what's going on. I must admit, over time, I've had my teary moments, and especially when you've had a bad day, then it goes to a bad night, then it's another bad day. Then the next day, there's nothing wrong at all. You can't explain that. I'm hoping that this helps other people. I think you've got to try your own ways of adapting. I think you've got to try your own ways of getting help where you can. And if someone offers, don't say, oh, no, I'm all right. You've got to say, yes, I need help, because if you don't need it today, you'll need it twice as much tomorrow. And I think you've got to try to take care of yourself along the way.